That's it. I've pressed the button. I always press the button early now because I can't stand waiting. Hello, people of the internet. How has your week been? I have had a horrible week. So, yeah. So you can see all my little inside out characters there. Hello. Like you do. So I'm going to switch cameras because no one really wants to see my face. And I'm going to put the link up in the chat and pin it to the top if anyone wants to join. Remember, you can join the stream if you're wearing clothes. Ideally, we'd like to see your colouring book. Hello, Caitlin. How are you? I hope you're very well on this Saturday afternoon. Make sure you close your make sure that all says the right thing. It does. And then I have to pin it. Pin it to the top. Oh, how do I pin it to the top? I have to do that in YouTube. I do it here. Oh, hold on. I've lost my ability to do anything. Oh, Maureen's in bed with a very bad cold. Hopefully, it is just a very bad cold and not anything more worrying, Maureen. Welcome, Kay. How are you? Lovely to see you. And let me work out how to pin this comment at the top. There we go. That's the one. Messaged pin. So now anyone can join. And I'm going to go and switch cameras so people don't get to see my ugly face anymore. Oh, and the sun's come out. Look at that. Oh, it's gone back in now. Concentration as I switch cameras. I'm very old. Switch cameras. Switch cameras. Now, who is that? There's Audrey's coming in. Are we ready for Audrey, everyone? Boom! There's Audrey. She's fully dressed this week. Hello, Emma. How are you? Look, we've got the lovely colouring with Kay. I've learned how to do that this week. Look at that. Boom. Colouring and Kay is there. And Emma, I'm just chatting today. Yes, Emma's doing her own stream at 7. So she's obviously saving herself. How are you, Audrey, anyway?
I'm good, thank you. Sorry, I was turning off my phone. It was dinging away.
That's all right. Guess what I'm going to colour with? Guess what I am going to colour with? Pencils. I know. I'm trying to raise my level of calm. That's what I'm going to try and do. I've had a horrible, crappy week. Sorry, not allowed to use that word. Cruddy week. Well, you probably are allowed to use that word. I don't know.
Not so good.
Yeah, no, it's just I've decided I do work, a voluntary work. Right, I've got a full-time job, and I also crazily do voluntary work for a charity. And it's a long story, but basically they're never appreciative of what you do. I basically designed, created, made a website for them for free. I host it. They don't pay a penny for it, right? And it's a fairly decent website. It's not bad. My company would have charged them about $5,000 to do it. And it's all the people in the charity are very old. It's a bit like, oh, what is it? There's that thing, wasn't it? You have no jurisdiction here. That kind of committee kind of thing, right? And they said this old 85-year-old man said to me the other day, oh, it could be a little bit more dynamic and have some flashing things on it. I said, well, what would you like me to put on it? And I was trying to be all sweet with him. And then he just launched into this massive thing about, oh, the website could be so much better. And I was just like, well, go off and buy one then. He was just, you think you're not paying for it. I'm doing it out of the goodness of my heart in my own time. I just was like, I'd had enough this week, to be honest. It's one of those weeks. And I nearly bought the 1 million. How many pencils is it, Emma? Is it 1 million? Brute Funa pencils. Hello, Emmy. How are you? I nearly bought them because they're 119, I think they are on Amazon. for 5,000 pencils. And
What, the Brutfuners?
the Brutfuners 520s, yeah, they're £119 on Amazon, and they've got a £10 off voucher at the moment. And I was like, ooh. I tweeted. God, that's gone back in time. I sent Emma Colours a message and said, Emma, look, I'm tempted. And did she try and talk me out of
She
it?
go on, did she?
Hello, Jackie. Jackie's there doing a mandala. Which she didn't try to talk me out of it, to be quite honest. She basically said, "Oh, that's a good price, and it's got a £10 off voucher." And but I talked myself out of it because buying more pencils is not the answer.
No, I've no room for no more pencils, especially 500.
I know, it's the quantity, isn't it? It's a lot of pencils. I mean, I have the Brutfuner. I have these Brutfuners and I have the squares. I bought these ones forever ago in October last year, and I liked them. No one was talking about Brutfuners then, and I thought, oh, I've just bought some cheap pencils off the internet, and they're quite good. I'm quite happy with them. And then bit by bit, people have started buying them and talking about them and using them and all this kind of thing. So there you go. So what are you colouring, Audrey?
At the moment, I'm doing my day for 100 hugs.
Ah, the Chris Rydell book.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's a nice book, that.
And I'm using pencils. Old pencils.
What pencils are you using?
Faber-Castell Classic Colour. I actually bought them for my mum, but she doesn't colour anymore. She doesn't do anything anymore.
But they're quite good, aren't they? They're not too bad, them pencils. One's in the red thing.
They came in the red box.
Yeah, they're supposed to be quite good.
Well, I've got them in a roll.
Oh, nice. Oops.
Yeah. I thought it'd be easier for Mum to get them out, but when she went into the care home, she just decided she wasn't going to do anything, so I've got them.
Oh. Well, I suppose at least you've got a set of pencils.
It's the ones I tend to go back to as well, despite having Brutfuners, squares. Not the big one. 72, is it? No, 72?
Yeah.
Wait a minute. Check my swatch book.
Yes, if anyone's not seen Emma Colours' ridiculous haul, her husband sounds like my husband, right? My birthday is coming up quite soon, actually, 2 weeks, I think. And he asked me what I wanted for my birthday, and I said, oh, I don't know. I don't really, no, because I don't like birthdays. That's not true. I like birthdays. I'm not one of them people who don't like birthdays. But what I don't like is people buy me unnecessary stuff that I don't need. Because I don't know why. I just don't like a lot of stuff. Everyone's looking at me going, you don't like a lot of stuff? Have you seen how much stuff you buy? I just don't. I buy stuff to use. I don't like, when people buy them gifty things at Christmas, when you get a box and it's got like, I don't know, stuff in it. Gifts.
Smelly stuff.
Yeah, I don't really like it. The rest of my life is very minimal. I have like bare minimal kind of makeup and clothes, and I have a minimal wardrobe and all this kind of stuff. This is the only room in the house that's full of stuff. And yeah, so I don't really like birthdays. And he said, I said, oh, I don't know. And he said, well, I was thinking about buying you the full set of Copic markers. And he said, it'll be about £1,200. And I went, don't buy me that. I know. I was like, don't buy me the full set of Copic markers. And he said, I said, why not? I said, because I won't use them. I've got, me hoo-hoos and me 35. Hello, Sonny, how are you? And me 35 quid ones from Amazon. What I am, I'm not making art here. I don't need £1,200 worth of Copic markers. So, yeah, so God knows what I'm going to get. But Emma Colours' haul, her husband bought her the light fast.
Yeah, I saw that this morning.
What was the other ones he bought you, Emma?
You're not joining us today, Emma?
She's not. She said she's just going to chat today.
Okay.
Didgeridoo's here. Then it's not. That lovely lady is not called Didgeridoo. Diggadooley. Diggadooley's allotment plot. But she will forever be known now as Didgeridoo. Sorry, Didgeridoo. Emma's not at the computer, that's why she's not streaming.
All right.
Right, pencils. Oh, I'm scared. Can't remember if you do dark in the middle or light in the middle. But hey, who gives a monkeys? I don't care. I've just got to raise my level of calm.
What I want to do.
Exactly. If I go really quiet, it's because I've gone into that, zone. The quiet zone. Digger, what's your real name? And this is when Digger says, Digger is my real name. My real name is Digger. And that's the other thing as well. Don't know if you saw my Instagram post, but when we do the COVID survey now, they're not giving us Amazon vouchers anymore.
I saw that.
What am I going to do? I mean, basically, I use Amazon vouchers to buy nearly all of my crafty goodies. I mean, they do hobbycraft. You can still do it for hobbycraft, but I don't really go to hobbycraft and buy. I like the instant gratification of having the ability to click on Amazon. Emmy, it is World of Flowers upside down. World of Flowers. I've done that half of the page, and I'm turning it round and doing this bit here. So World of Flowers. Oh, see, Sunny's now said she's just realised that Lily's using pencils. Like I never use pencils. You just don't see it. Let me just try and focus that, because I've worked out how to focus my camera now as well, which is like magical, isn't it?
Well, you see, I've got to go to Hobbycraft online anyway, because it's too far away from me.
Yeah, we have one quite close. There's one literally next to the supermarket where we go shopping. No. But I'm not very good at browsing shopping. I kind of do that thing where I walk around and I don't know what to buy. I have to ponder things for a long time. So when they're in the Amazon basket, you get time to ponder them, don't you?
Well, whenever I get the chance to go to Hobbycraft, which isn't very often, it's normally just in, get what I want, and out. I'm not a browser.
Yeah, me neither. That's
even less so now.
Yeah. Well, there was that phase when they was only letting like 40 people in and all that kind of thing. You felt guilty for staying in there too long if you weren't buying anything.
Oh no, I we weren't allowed to leave the area, so.
Oh yeah, because you've got different rules up there, haven't you?
Right. Yep. Well, where I live, as I said, last week, we're slapdash in the middle between Aberdeen and Inverness, so there's 120-mile round trip to either destination for a hobbycraft, so I don't go there very often. Same with the range, the same place, it's 120 miles round trip, so I don't go there very often.
So look, Amazon is your art and crafty lifeline.
And you Amazon too handy.
Hello Zoe, how are you? You are welcome to join us. It was lovely to have you last week. Oh look, you can tell Zoe's young, right? Because she's written YHNTNTB thanks, and I'm sitting here being old, going.
NTB's not too bad, I think.
Yeah, what's the YH then? Emma says I'm good, thank you, Zoe. She says I am, thank you. How are you? Look at us oldies trying to work out text speak. Yeah, it's just
a grammar dictionary.
Yeah, exactly. We need the Urban Dictionary to flick through. It says it's just not too bad. YH, not too bad. I tell ya, dictionaries are going to have just letters in them going forward, aren't they? And emojis.
I need an emoji dictionary, that's for sure, because some of them are not, what's the word they use? It's oldies that use particular emojis. They can tell your age by the emojis you use, seemingly.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Some fella sent me, I think he wanted me to do his shopping for him because he sent me a picture of an aubergine on Instagram. So I'm assuming that he wanted me to do his shopping for him.
Yeah. Same as how seemingly it's only oldies that use Facebook now.
Is it?
Yep.
I must be really old then because I've given up using Facebook as well. To be honest, I am not a fan of social media.
No, neither am I.
I'm not very good at it. I don't know all the rules. Am I supposed to follow you if you follow me? And then, you know, when someone does that thing where they like everything, like all your posts, right? Does that mean something? Are you supposed to then go back and like all their posts?
Don't ask me.
And so then I saw that someone else did what they did was they screenshotted it and said thank you. So that's what I've started doing, screenshotting when someone does it saying thank you. But I'm like, I don't know the rules. Am I upsetting someone if I don't follow them back? Am I missing something?
Okay, go back. What's a screenshot?
You know when you take it.
No.
When you on this phone on a Android, you can just swipe your hand across and swipe your hand across like that and take a screenshot. And on an iPhone, you two buttons that you press for the two sides, and it will take a screenshot. So
No.
I can screenshot this now by just doing that, and I've now got a screenshot of it.
No. Sorry. Phew. It's gone over my head.
Just, you know, at the end of the day, look, I've got a fancy phone as well. Look, oh, it's one of those. Yeah, it's one of those. Look, ooh.
Well, that's one of the really new ones.
Oh, I've had it since March 2020. It's just I've had my COVID jab sticker on the back of it. I mean, that's a dichotomy, isn't it? Look, a fancy modern young person's phone with I've had my granny jab. Oh dear. Let's move.
I've had both mine too, so.
Yeah, me too.
But then I am a granny, so.
Hello, Hells is coming in for a cheeky. She's at work. So Helen's at work, but she's having a cheeky drop in. And Colouring with Kay, you'll be pleased to know, is also social media illiterate. Huzzah! Not just me then.
We're not the only ones then.
Nah. And I work in IT, which is a bit of a worry, isn't it?
Well, that's what I didn't understand. How come you're saying, I suppose, social media and IT is totally different, isn't it?
Yeah, and I'm a manager now. But I'm not crawling around under desks anymore. Though occasionally I still have to, which is unfortunate. But most of the time I'm sort of like managing the projects and telling people what to do and getting us through ISO 27001 security policies and all this kind of stuff, which we've got coming up next week, which is why I'm a little bit stressed. Got the audit next week on Thursday. How exciting. And if we fail, we lose all of the clients. Anyway, let's hope we don't. Zoe is just about to join us. Let's add her to the stream. Hello, Zoe.
Hello.
Oh, Zoe's painting.
I am, yeah.
I should put everyone's names back on. I've just realised that everyone's names are missing. So let's put everyone's names on so we don't have the... There we go. Addicted to Colouring, Zoe, ArtJourney Lily, and the lovely Audrey.
How are you, ladies?
Good,
you won't fail. You will pass with 5 colours. It's not me. This is Kay has just said that I won't fail. It's not me that does the exam. Basically, the auditor comes in and audits the company. So it's all the policies and processes and procedures that are in place, and everyone gets questioned. And if one person doesn't answer something correctly, there's a chance that we will fail. It's not. I just write processes. I'm just hope that people follow the processes. And the problem is young people, no disrespect, Zoe, because I know you're young. they're a little bit lax with following processes and stuff like that. They're young IT people, they just want to take servers apart and install apps and things like that. They don't want to read documentation and that kind of thing.
Well, I hope it goes well, whatever it was you're speaking about, because I haven't a clue. It shows you how long it is since I've worked,
Oh, I
particularly in the modern world.
Yeah, it's called ISO 27001, and it's all to do with being security conscious, because we do work for government institutions.
All
And we
right,
have
okay.
to
That's a
make
big
sure,
thing just now, isn't it? Security.
yeah, data protection and all that kind of stuff has to be covered. You all get it, team effort. I hope they read it and know. So do I. Nicole is saying she's right there with us with the social media. Yay! See, it's all us oldies trying to grip this technology.
I need to get one of that books, isn't it? Social Media for Dummies.
Yeah. Zoe, what are you colouring?
I am working on one of my buddy colours with Kate's Colouring Haven in Mine Summer Spicer Gang by Rita Berman.
Lovely.
At the moment, Hales, I am doing my 4th 100 hugs. That way. I don't know what way the camera is.
It's the wrong way round, isn't it? It's very confusing.
Yeah. And yet that shows the right way round.
I know. What it's showing you is it's showing you the right way round. We're used to looking in a mirror, though. So when you look at yourself, normally you're looking in the mirror. So you usually see a reflection. The camera shows you it the right way round, but it looks odd because you're used to seeing in a mirror. Okay. That's why I have to take the camera off my face really quickly, because if I move, I'm like, I don't know what I'm doing.
Well, I can't put it any other way, I don't think, because if I pull down the screen, I won't see what's going on. Even though I can't see what's going on, and trying to watch chat as well. But
Nicole, it's pretty straightforward. If you've got a laptop or if you've got a mobile phone, click that. Give it a go. What's the worst that can happen? If I see you, looking a bit weird, I won't put you live on the thingy. Press the button. See what happens. Yeah. Audrey done it. Audrey's 64 years old.
And I'm not ashamed to say it either. And even though the only place I can sit is my kitchen.
Someone came live a couple of weeks ago, and they didn't realise obviously the camera was facing their face, and they just covered their face up. So I was like, well, I probably won't add you to the stream if you don't want your you don't want your face being shown. Because obviously, when they turn the camera on, it does depend. If you're using your mobile phone, you've got 2 cameras, one facing down, one facing up. Anyway, Zoe, how's your week been?
Not too bad, thank you. Yeah.
It's been a bit like my week then.
Yeah.
Did you get that? Because you was going to go to a doggy home thing, weren't you? A pet sanctuary. What's it?
A cat one.
Oh, that was it.
Yeah, I'm just waiting for my scan, which is next week. Because I have suspected gallstones. So I didn't.
Not you too.
Yeah,
our daughter's going through that too.
I didn't want to volunteer and then have to let them down, so I said, let me get this sorted and then I'll volunteer. Because then I can give you my 100% commitment.
Do you get a lot of pain?
I haven't had since I was admitted to A&E. I've been sort of okay, but my IBS is driving me absolutely bonkers at the moment. I get IBS a lot. And, I've figured out what my trigger foods are, so I avoid those, but now I'm still getting it anyway.
Yeah, well, once you've had a flare-up, it takes a while to settle back down again, doesn't it? The good thing is you might not have gallstones, you might just have an inflamed gallbladder, which is what I suffer from. I get the terrible gallbladder pain, agony, but it's not gallstones. Eventually.
Have you got IBD then, or just?
Yeah, I have. Yeah.
You got IBD.
Mm-hmm. My stomach is screwed. How old is everyone? Didgeridoo is 56. Boom! Old girls bang together. Bang together. That's not what I meant.
That came out wrong.
Emma's 39. She's a mere baby. Maureen's 58. Nicole is 41. Emma's 37. Caitlin, she's a baby, 27. Colouring with Kay's 47. I would have never put you at 47. You sound so much younger, Kay.
Yeah,
Lovely.
you're my youngest. Woohoo!
How old are you, Zoe?
35.
35. You're not the
Yeah.
youngest. Yeah, Caitlin's the youngest. And Emmy is reading with subtitles. Subtitles because she's deaf. Oh, can you imagine the subtitles that come out from my mouth? I could barely understand myself. I don't know how the subtitler understands it.
Just imagine if I went into my Doric accent, I wouldn't be able to do anything.
Ah, that's the other thing.
I'm speaking proper at the minute.
You're doing your posh voice, aren't you?
I am.
My dishwasher broke this on Sunday, which was the other thing that went wrong this week. It didn't just go wrong and die. It wet itself all over the kitchen just to annoy me.
Oh no!
And so I hated that dishwasher anyway, so I'm glad it's gone. But we had a new one fitted, and the man who came to fit it was this lovely Scottish man in shorts. And I said, "How comes you're wearing shorts?" I said, "Mind you, it is a lot warmer down here." And because my husband's Scottish as well. My husband was standing there and I'm flirting with this Scottish man fitting my dishwasher. But yeah, I could. If you don't understand him, you wouldn't have. You know what I mean? He had a very thick Scottish accent, so it's difficult.
Okay.
I'm lucky I understand it. I've got the filter that allows me to understand Scottish.
There's no way of zooming in on this, is there? Because my page is so far away.
What camera are you using?
My iPad Pro.
Don't know if you can actually. I mean, is it on a stick above you?
Yeah, I can bring the stick down, but then it's like right where I'm trying to see.
Oh, I know. Believe me. Look, the camera's there. Hello. Look,
and
I
then
can't even...
you get the stupid shadow in the way as well. So
yeah.
From the iPad because it's so flipping big. Ooh. Put it back up there.
You must have quite a hefty stick to keep an iPad Pro balanced.
It's a metal arm attached to my desk on a clamp.
I've done everything so far. I've tried doing it from an iPhone, an Android, and now I'm just gone back to old school webcam because it's number one. It is just there. You are just there. But it doesn't take up much space now. It's much smaller than having your phone or something there.
No, I can't, Emma, unfortunately.
Oh, here comes Deb. Let's see what happens with Deb. Because oh, she's got a colouring page. I'm excited. Are we ready? Here comes Deb. Hello, Deb.
Hello, can you hear me?
We can hear you very quiet.
She's muted herself. See the microphone. That's it.
Say hello, Deb. Maybe she's trying to switch to her microphone. Like Emma did. Emma was really quiet last week, and then she turned her microphone on and nearly blew my earballs out. Emmy says, "Is Lily rude?" Which obviously means that the subtitles that come up don't translate that, which is very handy. I'm not rude. Ish. Whatever it,
I don't
it's
see
something rude. Whenever it's something rude, it's ArtJourney. Oh, very dare you! Oh, she can't tell who's talking. It's Emma Colours who's the rude one. It's not me. I'm just pure as the driven snow.
Is that Pinocchio's nose I see growing underneath the camera?
Hello, Deb.
Anyone hear me?
We can hear you. You are still quite quiet. I don't know what. Are you using your phone? I think we can hear Deb, and I don't think Deb can hear us. Let's write something in the chat for Deb. Deb.
I'm going to try switching to my phone,
Okay.
Lily.
No worries.
I'll be back.
Because you know what I think Deb might have done? Deb might have muted her YouTube and therefore muted her phone and therefore can't hear the stream.
Oh, maybe.
Unless I can put it there, if that's any better.
Oh, that's, yeah. To be honest, it doesn't really matter. We're just here for the...
For the natter.
Yeah. Yeah, I really need to... I said to my husband, I'm really looking forward to... I haven't coloured at all this week, at all. It's been stressful at work, lots of stuff happening. My dishwasher wetting itself all over the floor. The horrible old men.
There's a freezer that went off.
I'll be back. I'm going to try my phone.
I'll be back. A bit of both, Emma. Bit of both. Emma's saying nutter or natter. Bit of both. And yeah, this is it. This is the first time I've faced this way on my desk and not that way. Well, I've been in the office as well this week, which is always not so much fun.
You back in there now?
We are slowly going back bit by bit. We have to rotate into the office. I think there was 5 and now it's 10 back into the office. So it's what I had to buy trousers for. All my trousers have shrunk during lockdown. Don't know why. So I had to buy new trousers to go to work because I can't get away wearing jogging bottoms for some reason. They won't let me.
No, there's no smart jogging bottoms, is there?
Mm-hmm.
Right, well, that's that one done today.
Oh, you're very quick. Hold it up.
Oh, it's just that one.
Let me make you big. Hold on. Can't remember how to make you big. How do I make you big? That one. Yes. Oh, that's you know something? That's a cute little book, actually, isn't it?
It is. It's really good. It's good for practicism as well. Because I'm a newbie since April.
Right. Here's Deb again. Hello. Deb.
Hello, Emma.
We can hear you. Yay!
Oh my goodness, I had so much trouble figuring out how to work it.
Was you using headphones?
Yeah.
Ah, but you couldn't hear us, could you?
Right, I couldn't hear you.
Yeah, but we could hear you.
Oh yeah, hear me going, hello, hello.
Yeah, exactly. We were going, hello, hello.
Oh, I'm here, yay.
What are you colouring in, Debs?
Can you see my picture?
We can. It looks like
it's Worlds of Wonder, yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Oh, that's a good question. Emmy asks, can I ask if anyone is thinking of doing a Christmas Advent colouring book? Someone does one, don't they? Or am I
Does
mistaken?
Joanna not do one? Or is that a calendar?
She does. She did a thing last year, a page thing, didn't she?
I don't know.
To
wasn't
be honest,
into colouring last year.
I was, but I was only on the periphery. Look how pretty Emmy is. Look how pretty and young she is.
Right, I need to find something else to do now.
Are you doing one a day in that, like an advent calendar type of thing?
What, in this?
Yeah. Are you doing just
It's
like one a day?
It's a hashtag. Was it 100 hugs every day?
Ah, I didn't realise. I just thought you was just...
No, it's my first hashtag I'm following.
Very good.
It's hosted by Amazon Tommy, Shell Arty, Ashley Colours and oh gosh, can't remember. I've lost my bit of paper.
That's a cute book, though, isn't it?
Amazon Tammy, Shell Artie, Ashley, and Angie.
Liz is saying, oh, it jumped. Should have shown the right one. Rita Berman has an advent page in her winter walk book. Ah,
Didn't know that.
no. Hello, Billy. Billy's Craft Room. How are you? Went and hunted out your channel last week after. I'm just going to take the cover off of this. This has still got the cover on it. Oh, I've just seen my next door neighbour outside. Earlier on, he went out there and was hoovering, and I really do mean hoovering, the grass.
Hoovering the grass.
Yep.
Who does that?
He does, clearly. He went out there with his...
With an actual hoover?
A Dyson, you know, one of them Dyson sticks. He went out there, and I said, what's he going to do out there in the garden with a Dyson? And then he started hoovering.
Oh my goodness.
So,
You sure it wasn't a leaf blower or anything?
no, it was a Dyson stick. He's still out there. I'm looking at him now. He's got it rested against his shed at the moment. I would turn the camera around.
Grass.
That's odd.
Yep.
Okay. All right. Whatever.
Yep. So he's back.
I'm glad I've not got... Well, I have got neighbours, but...
Oh, Billy's saying that AstroTurf people hoover the grass, but he hasn't got AstroTurf. He's got normal turf.
I think that's a little bit better. Hopefully you can hear me okay.
Can hear you perfectly and can see beautifully.
One of these days I'll be able to afford decent lighting. Oh, my days.
Well, that's why I'm sitting in my kitchen. There's no way I can afford anything to properly stream, so I ain't gonna.
But you've got have you got a mobile phone? Do they have mobile phones in Scotland, Audrey?
Yes, I do have a mobile phone. Thank you very much, Lily. I have a new Galaxy A12.
Oh,
that I don't know how to work.
So all you'd need is one of them wobbly stick things. Because Deb's just bought a wobbly stick, haven't you, Deb?
$17 wobbly stick off Amazon and my phone, and I'm sitting on the couch.
A wobbly stick.
And here she is, all the way from, where are you from, Deb?
Rhode Island, America.
Rhode Island?
Yep. Am I the only Yank on today?
Very nice. Better than
you are at the moment, yes. The only Yank on today. We won't hold it against you.
No.
Thank you.
I have relatives in America.
Oh.
Exactly. Billy's Craft Room is saying, well, didgeridoo, which is not didgeridoo's name, but whatever, is hoovering the grass for worms for dinner, possibly. And Starling's will
keto protein.
Yeah, I've no idea. To be honest, his shed, he's got one of them really pristine sort of sheddy things. Hello, Joyce. How are you?
Pristine sheddy thing. What's a pristine sheddy thing?
It's not. It does. Well, it's not really like a shed. It's more like a building.
So is it brick or wood?
It's wood, but it's I don't think he keeps tools in it. No idea what he gets up to in it, but
goodness,
sometimes
me, the mind boggles.
Well, yeah, sometimes we see the light glowing under the door at like 4 o'clock in the morning, so we have no idea what he's doing out
Mind you, I don't know if I should say this. Well, maybe I should. The ex-neighbours, no, let me say, the windows that way. The ex-neighbours that way. She put a pole in their garage and painted the whole garage red with black and white tiles on the ground.
Oh, what was it?
A pole. You know, for pole dancing.
And what, she uses it?
She did.
Oh my.
When they had parties, she used to, how would I say, entertain the guests.
Oh my goodness. Did she have a webcam and charge people? That's crazy.
So, I don't know what it's an elder. Well, it is an elder. Well, do you call 80 elderly? Is that?
Yes.
I'm being polite. He's a nice gentleman, but anyway, God knows what he thought when he walked into the garage and saw it painted red and black and white plastic tiles or whatever on the floor.
Hello, Danielle. How are you? Oh, can you imagine? I'm getting too old. I think you get too old for this world when everything shocks you.
I'm being pathetic. I'm putting my pencils back in number order.
Oh, I do that all the time.
Oh, I can't have them. That's what I don't know. I would love to learn about colour families, putting them into colour families, because the way these numbers go, you know, I've got like red up that end and green up that end just because they're in number order. I don't know which way I want to keep them, in number order or colour families.
It's funny, when I put these brute fooners in the case, I didn't put them in colour order. I just put number order. I just sort of grouped them together in threes. And now I just pull out 3 at a time and just use them. So
If you go to Facebook and type in Teresa Ivan and find her group, and then go to the files section and type in the media that you have, say brute fooners, she's swatched all of them out and put them all in colour order.
What was the name of the lady you said? Teresa
Ivanor. I'll give you an example because that's how I do my whole swatch album. I don't know whether you'll see this. Move that out of the way.
Gosh, your swatch album. That's mine. A little exercise book.
Have you got a lot of supplies then, Zoe?
Not as many as I'd like. But she puts them in colour families for you. And she does it for all different mediums.
Ah. Can you do me a favour? Put her name in the chat, because you've said it twice and I still didn't get it because, you know.
You're old.
I'm old. Sometimes that excuse is really handy. You know, you drop something on the floor at the work and you go, "Oh, sorry, can you pick that up for me? I'm old."
There we go.
Ah, Ivanor.
Okay, I need to write that down.
Teresa Ivanor.
Yeah, so if you go to her group and in the files.
And is her group just called Teresa Ivanor's Facebook group?
Just type in Teresa Ivanor and her group will pop up for you.
Okay. Look at this young person telling us all about social media. We need Zoe.
Thank you.
Come up when you go into the files section, it will come up with a search bar, and then you can type in what media you want the chart for. And she's done swatch charts for near enough every single pen and pencil out there.
Wow, she must have a lot of supplies. What country is she from? Is she American or English?
I think American, but don't quote me on it.
So, Debs, what have you been up to in America?
Me, I've just been coloring. I can't speak for the country. I try to ignore whatever's going on.
Yeah, I stopped watching the news a while ago. No, it makes for a much more peaceful life, but my husband gives me the highlights.
News is depressing.
Yeah, I just try to watch Color Tube.
I think the thing is with the news is when the news used to be on once a day, you know, for half an hour, 6 o'clock news. Thanks, Emma. Emma's linked Teresa Ivanor's colouring group in the chat.
Oh, thank you.
Thank you, Emma.
I shall pop it on the screen, but you can click the link in the chat, but you won't be able to click the link on the screen. But for anyone watching after the event, this is the group we are talking about.
I'll do that. I'll do that on my phone after.
Yeah, when the 6 o'clock news was on once a day, they used to get all the pertinent information out once, kind of thing.
Just quick things, yeah.
Yeah, exactly. Whereas now with the news, they've got like 24-hour news channels, so they have to fill it, and they fill it with hearsay and what ifs and maybe if, and instead of just saying King's Cross Station is closed, they tell us that poor Mrs. Miggins can't get home to feed her cat, and it's just too much stuff enters your bubble that you don't need to necessarily know about.
Yeah.
Stuff,
exactly.
I can be accused of having my head in the sand. I know that because, as you say, I don't read about it. I don't watch about it. If there's anything important, my husband can tell me.
The same. Sometimes he's shocked, actually, because someone will put something on Instagram and I go, oh, did you know, Sean Locke, that comedian, he died recently, didn't he?
Yeah.
And someone posted about it on Instagram and I said, oh, Sean Locke's died. He goes, how do you know? Because he's like, you don't watch the news. How do you know? So someone on Instagram mentioned it.
Yeah. Well, usually when somebody dies and it's on the news, my husband will shout me through and he says, do you know this person? Do you know that person's died? And I said, okay.
I don't know who that is.
He's just a British comedian. He was quite sort of rose to fame recently and then recently died. Billy is saying news is seriously TMI. It's overwhelmed. It's absolutely that. Totally, it's opinion based rather than fact. Exactly that. Back in the old days, they used to say, "Here is the news: King's Cross Station is closed, and there will be delays all day." This is the news now. King's Cross Station is closed, so we're going to go over there where we've got a reporter who's going to interview people who are waiting, and they'll interview someone and he'll go, oh yeah, I've been here for 2 hours, I'm trying to get back to university and I'm going to miss the first day of my course. We don't need to know. We just needed to know that King's Cross Station was closed.
Exactly.
That's it.
Too descriptive.
Yeah.
Some people can't talk on camera either. I'm sorry. Maybe because I am old, you were told to talk properly when somebody spoke to you.
Oh yeah.
But then you end up
choose,
you end up sort of hearing these stories and thinking, oh, that poor boy can't get home to his university, and it's entered your consciousness, and you don't need to know about it. And you turn off the telly and think, oh, I wonder what time he got home, and you just don't need to know about it. It doesn't live with you. Why do we even know?
Yeah. Right, I'm now doing what do you call it? A tag for Sammy's yearly challenge thingamabob.
You are so up on the social media, Audrey.
No, I'm not.
I've never done
Sammy's colouring checklist challenge.
Oh, I've got to do all these things. No, I'm not, because I'm not making colouring a thing. Colouring is not going to be a thing. Colouring is...
As I say, I'm only doing it to get practice, so because I'm not quite sure colours to use and things like that unless I suppose I just decide. But so it's my birth sign this time.
Yeah. Oh, that's nice. Is that from a book?
I downloaded that from Google.
Blimey.
Tell me, I'm astonishing myself.
That is nice.
And I've gone back to cheapo fine liners.
You like the way I say I don't want colouring to be a thing. Clearly it's a thing because I'm doing a thing. But I mean, I've got too many ping pong balls bouncing around my head about stuff that I have to do. I don't want more ping pong balls bouncing around my head for this.
Yeah. All right. Yeah.
You know what I mean? I just want. Yeah, exactly, Debs. I don't want it to be a job. I just want to open a book, grab a couple of pencils, get on with it.
Now, you see, I'm the opposite. I like being organised, knowing exactly what I'm going to do, not sort of sitting there going, I'd rather be told or watch somebody do it and then do something similar.
Yeah. I'm like that.
See, you wouldn't believe how structured I am at work, which is why I'm in charge of ISO. But that's why this has to be totally the opposite. This has to be free, easy, relaxed, chilled out, not stressful. Let it go.
Yeah, I've got myself.
Look at me using pencils, though, eh?
Yeah.
Get in.
Ooh,
Whoa.
no markers, Lily. What happened to all the markers?
Yeah, it's purely because I do enjoy using pencils, but I either have to be really calm already, or I need to get calmer. That's why I said if I stop talking, you know that we've reached the goal.
I'm concentrating.
Mm-hmm. In the zone. With the flow. Zoe, how are you so precise with a paintbrush?
Quite a few people ask me that, and I don't know. I just do it.
Is it a tiny little
I'm using
brush?
I'm using a filbert size 2, so it's like a round-headed flat brush.
It is small then.
Yeah, my smallest is a spotter, which is literally like 2 straight.
Sorry. I just read Billy's note on chat.
I've joined you with the buzz cut. Oh, don't talk to me about that. That's the other thing that happened today. Tried to get my hair cut because it needs it, because I look like a hippie. And the woman's gone away on holiday. How dare she go away on holiday? And consequently, I now can't get my hair cut. And she's away for 14 days. And then she's probably going to have to go into isolation like she does. See, today was one of them weeks when everything went wrong. Oh my word, Zoe, what is that? That is a stick. That is a one-haired stick. Look at it.
It's so
Goodness me. That's a brush.
Yeah, that's called a spotter.
It's a brush.
How are you so precise? You don't go over the edge or anything.
I don't know. I just find painting really relaxing.
You know what it is? She's young. Her eyes still
She's young.
work.
I was going to say she's young.
Yeah.
Oh, my eyes. I'm long-sighted in one and short in the other, and have permanent stigmatism, so they're not that great.
That's true. Yeah, I remember you saying, because I've got astigmatism as well. Billy's saying, I'm peeved with my alcohol markers. I've got some because of pod dexterity and was struggling with pencils, but the tens are so hard to get the lids off. Oh, tell me. What ones are they, Billy? Because there are some that I think you've seen me struggle many a time with getting a lid off. And I don't have bad dexterity. I really worry about people who, with bad dexterity. Them awful ones that I got. Sorry, anyone who bought them. The ones I bought from the range, they weren't good.
Oh yeah, those ones you had trouble getting lit off. That was painful to watch.
My hand was really hurting by the end of the day.
It's not good.
End of the day, I was halfway through the video. I just thought, I've got to stop. I'm not even going to carry on recording this and I thought, no, I've got to carry on. And I was like, it ceased to be enjoyable about 2 packets in.
Oh dear.
But I thought, I've got to go with it. I carried on. I went with it.
The range. I don't know whether you've bought these or not, but you need to.
Oh yeah, I've already got them. You bought them. You bought them because
comment. Oh yeah, I've got them.
Well, you bought them because you said I convinced you to buy them. Remember? I showed them in a haul when I came back from holiday, and and then you bought them and said I convinced you to buy them. It was my fault, and I felt really guilty. But they are all right. They are all right though. I'm trying to find my sharpener. Don't tell Colouring with Kay. She's
I love watching Kay. How Kay manages to put the sparkle in her page in exactly the right places, I will never know.
I know.
Yeah,
right? It's so
really
pretty.
good.
When I try it, just looks like a blob.
Joyce is saying Spectrum Noir markers, I assume, are terrible. I don't think they wanted you to use them. I know which ones you mean. That some of them are really difficult to get off.
These ones?
Are they the original ones? What are the lids like to get off? Now, them ones are easy. It's the ones after them, because they made the lids tighter.
We've got these ones. These
Yeah,
are the original. Like that.
Yeah, that's tougher.
That's it. See, the lids need to be tight to stop the alcohol evaporating, don't they?
Every time you say tight, I keep thinking of the Scottish man who fit in my dishwasher because he kept saying, "Right, tighty lady." Every time you say it, I keep thinking of him. Sorry, yes, they do need to be tight. He was very nice, that Scottish man. Sorry. Oh dear. Oh, why does all my greens need sharpening?
You must have been colouring a lot of green.
Well, it's a Joanna Bashford book, isn't it, at the end of the day? It's the only
Use
colour you
for-
use.
Now, don't bash my fellow countrywoman.
I'm not. I like her.
I've only got one of her books,
Which one?
World of Wonder.
Ah, why haven't you not got the rest? As she's your fellow countrywoman.
Yeah.
Because it's her book that got me interested in it.
Ah, but then you don't like that one best of all.
Because it's the only one I've got, so.
I don't understand.
So in that Olympics challenge that you do, what got you into adult colouring, it's because I found out Joanna Basford lives 2 hours away from me.
Ah.
I fancy doing that Olympic challenge, but I wouldn't know how to set it up or anything. So, well, Paralympic challenge as it is now.
I still have mine to do, Lily. I'll do it. I just have so many reviews and whatnot to do at the moment.
If you can do this, Audrey, you can do the Olympic challenge. Because you can just look at the camera and hold it up and record it.
No.
Good try, Lily.
I have been tempted, I must admit, but I would need to find space in my / bedroom come craft room-ish, and too much stuff would have to be put out of the way or on the bed or no.
Have you got spare room that's also craft room? Dumping ground?
It's my bedroom that's the craft room.
Oh, okay. Because this room used to be a spare room and it used to have a bed in it. And I started to use it as a craft room, but it had a bed in it for the longest time still. And I used to have a friend who used to come around and craft with me. And she said, "Why don't you take this bed out?" And I said, "Oh, it's for, we've already got a spare room with a double bed in it." And I said, "Oh, it's for when," because we used to have quite a few people come around. We and we've got upstairs, we've got another room. It's 3 stories. And that's got a sofa bed in it that pulls out because it's like my husband's den up there. And she said, "Well, you've got like 5 spare beds in this house. Why don't you make the room just how you want it?" And I was like, "Well, yeah, but the house was already sort of set up for if other people use it. And I'm, most of the time I'm just using it." And I was like, "Yeah." I said, "My husband, I'm going to get rid of the bed in the spare room." And he was like, "Fair enough." And that was it. And then it became a craft room, and now it's my office as well, where I have to work. Well,
I would see the reason I'm in the room I'm sleeping in is because it was next to Mum's bedroom when I was her carer. So I could hear her through the night, and we've just got used to, sounds dreadful, but sleeping in separate bedrooms. So we have got another 2 bedrooms, but one's like you, one's got a bed in it, just in case somebody wants to come and stay. and what was Mum's room is now, I suppose you could call it a gym. It's the ensuite bedroom, and we've rescued a couple of pieces of equipment from people, and so.
Maureen is saying, cross stitch button, Audrey, you must not live far from me.
I am exactly halfway between Aberdeen and Inverness, Maureen. To fellow people across the world, have they heard of Baxter's soup?
Yes, my husband's favourite soup.
Oh, well, I live in the village that their factory is in. Even though they say Baxter's or Fochabers, where they originally came from, the first shop was, the factory is actually in my village, which is Mustodlich. There's a word for you, Lily.
Hey,
Not
not that I could pronounce it. Say it again.
I only heard soup out of all that.
Say the town name again, Audrey.
I live in Mustodlich.
And again, say it again.
Mustodlich.
Mustodlich.
It's Mostodloch.
Mostodloch.
That's it. Well done.
Yeah.
Good.
Oh, Lily can speak Scottish now.
Isn't your husband Scottish?
Billy, I don't get brain freeze. I'm used to it now. I've had it for 10 years. The buzz cut.
Oh.
Say it again. Sounds like an awesome swear word. Mustodlich.
To be honest, you could easily pretend that was either a character from Harry Potter or a swear word, and people would believe you.
Yes,
Did you see the latest Harry Potter where Mostodloch died?
That could be a house, couldn't it?
10 points to Mostodloch.
I went to school in Keith, Maureen. Maybe we do know each other. Well, I don't swear anyway, Billy. I'm a goody two-shoes. I don't like swearing. I don't see the need for it.
I don't swear either.
Sorry. I see that nose getting longer under the camera.
I try not to. I do my very best. Usually when I'm off work, I don't swear at all. And then within 10 minutes of being back at work.
That's because it's the guys you work with. That's what it is.
It truly is. They are a, yeah.
Our son is ex-RAF, and it sounds dreadful, but he is my son. But I wish he would clean up his accent. He's talking. Every second word is a swear word. Mm-hmm. But it's just the way he learnt in the. I'll traveled the world with his sport and could swear in about 5 languages.
Anyone have anxiety here?
Yes.
Yep.
Absolutely.
You get hot sweats with it.
Yep.
I mean, awful, isn't
I
it?
get cold.
Me and Chelsea was talking. Actually, where is Chelsea? Was talking about anxiety on Instagram the other day.
She's taking a break, I think, just now.
Yeah.
Maureen, I actually left Keith in 1973. God. That's when I left school, 1973. Blinking heck.
I think there's a lot. It's people are saying me too. Is that all anxiety people saying me too?
I am.
I think me too is with it.
Yeah. Anxiety is such a thing now. It's the work our bodies. Listen to me. I'm gonna talk such nonsense now. It's not nonsense. There's a woman, a lady doctor. Her name is Dr. Libby something or other. Blonde hair, Australian. and she talks about how we haven't got the bandwidth to cope with, you know, the amount of data and stuff that we have to put up with, and that's
That makes
basically
sense.
the start of what causes anxiety. Because back in the day, you got up, you made your breakfast. If you let's just pretend it's women and men, and the men went to work and the women stayed at home. We can debate whether that's good, bad, or indifferent, but that was the way it was.
Back in the days.
Right? So you got up, you made your husband's breakfast, he went to work, you cleaned the kitchen, you cooked your dinner, whatever, right? That was it. That was the extent of your work. Now women are doing that, plus they're going to work in the man's world, plus there's all the social media, the beeps, the continual beep, this, that, and the other, whatever's happening kind of thing. And our bodies, our brains just can't cope with it. And yeah. Billy's talking about Ruby Wax, Same New World. And it's a similar thing that what Ruby Wax has said. But there's a really good YouTube video. It might be a TED talk. I can't remember what it's about, but it does tell, you know, why there's this sort of, I want to say pandemic, but we can't say pandemic now because we've had a pandemic.
Yeah.
Pandemic of anxiety kind of thing.
This is not the red I want. I can't make it either.
Here we go again. Back in the day, you were just told to get on with it, pull your socks up, Kim.
But there wasn't so much going on that you had to deal with.
No.
Nowadays, people have Fitbits that are telling them that they're not walking enough. They have water monitors that they're not drinking enough. They have to make sure they have this nutrition, that nutrition. Are they got enough followers on Facebook? Have they look right? This is the other thing. When I went to school, right, we were poor, right, and these girls used to have these red shiny shoes. Do you remember the red shiny shoes with the straps, right?
Yes.
And I never had a pair of red shiny shoes. I had a pair of Clark's brown horrible work school shoes.
No.
And I used to be really jealous of the girls with the red shiny shoes. But they were the only people I could compare myself to, was the girls who was in my class with the red shiny shoes. Now young people, they have Instagram. And Instagram, they roll through Instagram, scrolling, looking at people saying, oh, I wished I had her hair. I wished I had her teeth. I wished I had her nose. Oh, I wished I was that skinny. They're not just comparing them with the people down the street or the people they're in class with. They're comparing themselves to the entire world.
Yeah.
And they're
Thing is,
comparing
it's
color like that.
as well, though, isn't it?
Yeah, and they're comparing themselves to the entire world. And the people's photos on Instagram are the very best picture that they could have taken themselves. So they're looking at themselves in their PJs, you know, with their breakfast belly and all that kind of stuff. And it's negatively impacting on people. That's what all of this stuff. This is why I don't agree with social media, she says, as she posts on Instagram and YouTube at the same time.
It's okay
Well, I've
if
only
it's
started posting on Instagram with my colouring pages. That's the only reason I got Instagram.
social media is a good thing if it's used correctly.
Yeah. If you've not seen The Social Dilemma in Netflix, I highly recommend it. It's about how social media companies manipulate. We are the product. Yeah, Emma's saying we post friendly stuff. We do post friendly stuff, yeah. Billy's saying it's so toxic. Have you seen the dolls pushed at young kids? Dolls that look like they are going clubbing, but are aimed at pre-teens. Yeah.
Oh, yeah, granddaughter's got them. Goodness.
What? They're called something, aren't they? I can't remember what they're called.
LOL dolls.
Yeah, there were some of them ones that you put in water and their clothes went to underwear.
Oh,
Like, what?
sake.
What the?
What's wrong with Barbie and Cindy?
See,
Mind you, Barbie's in for stick as well just now, isn't she?
Well, my mum wouldn't let me have a Barbie because my mum said she was too.
No, neither was I. It was Cindy I had.
Yeah.
Cindy was more homely.
Exactly. Barbie had loose morals, my mum would say. She wouldn't use those words.
Yeah.
But Pippa was, but I got into Pippas because they're little. They was very little, and I used to carry them in my hand. Brats, that's it, Joyce. Brat stoles. What is that? What is that teaching young people?
See, I never liked dolls when I was little. I wanted Connects and Lego and
Oh,
everything.
you're like
my
our daughter. She wasn't into dolls either. She was a right tomboy.
Yeah, everything my brother had was what I wanted.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I was the same.
If we bought something for our sonny, her daughter had to get it too. Exactly the same.
Yeah, I've got two brothers, and they got Meccano and Lego and all that wonderful stuff, and I did not want dollies.
Well, I'm an only child, so ain't got no brothers, no sisters.
And I ended up in the world of IT. Oh, I wonder if I was gender fluid and didn't know it.
I would have loved a Lego set when I was young, but it was just so expensive back then.
Emma's asking, did you ever see Gem, the punk rock version of the dolls? I've heard of her. I didn't have any. I think I was too old at that point.
No.
See, when I was 11 and 12, I was still reading Bunty.
Yeah,
I read
Bunty and Judy, and then the Jackie as I got older.
Yeah, Jackie when you got to about 14, really.
Oh, when you went to, well, secondary school, high school, whatever you want to call it.
Yeah. I was still reading Bunty at secondary school, not realising that it was,
Yeah. Bunty and Judy, that was the two rivals. You could get one or the other. I wasn't allowed both.
When are you and John?
Have any of us what, sorry?
Do any of you remember Janet and John?
Yeah.
Yes.
Well, I used to read my brother the Janet and John books because he's a little bit younger than me. My little brother. I've got two.
Yeah.
Jackie, Just 17 and Smash Hits.
Yeah.
No.
I'll tell you something. Hold on.
Now, 17 and Smash Hits was after me. Bruins and Urwilly, yes, there you go, Maureen, definitely. Every Christmas, one or the other, Bruins or Urwilly. See, there's my Scottish accent coming out now.
Look at this. Look at this wonderful thing.
Oh my gosh. I'm just playing bagpipes too.
I know. I picked this one especially for my collection. Look at this. Bunty for Girls, 1968.
What year was that?
1968.
Wow.
Look at it. Look at it. It even smells old.
Wow.
Okay. Oh, I love these books. I'm such a child. The Four Marys.
Yeah, gosh. Wow, that's a blast from the past, Lily.
Well, I've got from 19. How many have I got there? From 1960 when it first came out to 1972, the full collection.
Wow.
Yeah. Most of them, well, I was going to say most of them are my own, i.e. they're all my own now because I bought them. But a chunk of them from about 1971 are the ones I had as a child, and then I just sort of bought the rest of them.
All right. Yeah, it was always annual you used to get at Christmas, wasn't it?
Absolutely. We used to get, this is what we used to get for Christmas. We used to get an annual off my nan, and that was a square present under the tree. And we used to get 2 presents off my mum and dad. And we used to run downstairs in the morning, Christmas Eve, morning, and my mum would say, you can undo the annual before we get up. So we'd all undo our annual. My brother got Beano, my little brother got Whizzer and Chips, and I got Bunty. And we would sit on the sofa reading our Bunty annuals. Bye, Danielle. And, our annuals until my mum and dad got up. And then when my mum and dad got up, we could open our 2 presents. 1, 2. That was it.
Well, you see, my birthday is 2 days after Christmas. So I used to get handed a present saying, that'll do your birthday. So I never used to get separate presents. Shushed.
I was like January 15th.
They're not available now. Please leave your name
Hello.
Yeah,
Have you been missold PPI?
That's why we've got number recognition. It doesn't get answered if we don't recognise the number. So don't phone me.
Sorry, Zoe, you were saying.
I've lost what I'm saying now.
You said, have you ever?
What were we talking about just before the phone?
Annuals.
Annuals, Christmas presents.
Your birthday, February 15th.
That's true.
That was it. Yeah, my birthday was January 15th, and I still got like a Christmas present for my birthday. It was like, yep, that's it. That's
all right. Now, whenever they handed me a present, they said, that'll do your birthday and your Christmas.
Didgeridoo was saying, we're a large family of 9 kids. It was chocolate stocking, felt tips, and a colouring book. Oh, do you remember? We used to get a stocking, and it had
Satsuma in the toe.
Yep. Not much else. Chocolate coins.
That's right.
A tube of jelly tots. My brother used to get Smarties. I got jelly tots, and then just some, little pound shop toy kind of thing.
Well, it wouldn't have been a pound shop back then. There would have been actual toy shops.
It would have been a toy shop, but they were the cheap Chinese pound shop stuff equivalent, really, weren't they?
Yeah.
Kids these days, Audrey, don't know they're born.
Oh my Lord! See a granddaughter, Jings. Last year we kept getting parcels because my daughter had no way to keep them in the wee house that she lives in now. So she says, "Oh, there's a parcel coming, Oh, stuff that bairn got, Jings.
Don't know they're born.
No.
We need simpler times again. I'm going to come round all your house, right? All of your houses, everyone watching, especially Emma's. Emma's, I'm the first one getting round. I'm going to take all your colouring books away, and you're allowed to keep one. Now, I'll keep them safe, and then I'll issue you one every Christmas and every birthday. I remember
Christmas stocking with chocolate bars in. Oh, they came on the scene after I was really grown up.
A bit like the dog ones that you get now with the dog treats in them. That's what we used to get. Well, they used to be available, like you say.
Well, no, we never got that. It was just like Dad's sock or Grandad's fishing sock or something like that. We never got shop bought stockings. Fight. So bar the door, you can't get in, Lily.
Okay.
She'll set her dogs on you.
Oh, I'm so scared of those little dogs.
Oh, they're gorgeous dogs. Love your dogs, Emma.
Yeah. The snorers. They're so cute.
You need a van. My husband can drive. He's an ex-HGV driver. That's no problem. He could easily get a van.
You need a van. Well, a bit like when Bruce's mum died and we cleared the garage out of craft supplies. We needed a van.
A man with a van.
Funny.
That's what they'll need when they come to empty my room. I'm telling you, the stuff they'll find in there. I've been sitting looking at it, and I thought, oh, Audrey.
Yeah, I was having that conversation with my husband this morning, actually. But the funny thing is, you don't deliberately. I mean, I'm not a hoarder, and I don't go out and buy loads of stuff, kind of thing. But when you've lived, you end up with stuff.
I never used to have stuff because we've moved that often. We were always I never hung on to anything. But see, since we've been in this as our forever home.
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah, that's exactly the same. When I used to live in a little, I lived in a flat and then a 2-bedroom flat, and I had nothing. We moved in a tiny little transit van, and that was only because we had a coffee table and a bed to sort of come with us. And then when we moved in here, like you say, Forever Home, just started, you know, buying the stuff. It's when I started scrapbooking as well, and that was too much stuff.
Well,
Too
my
much
stuff has
stuff.
come from card making. I was a buyer with Stampin' Up type thing.
Yeah, I remember them. My friend still does Stampin' Up now.
Well, long story short, I was a carer. Like I said, I was a carer for my mum, and I used to get
Sorry.
carer's allowance, and that was my pin money. Oh,
Amazon.
Yeah, Amazon Happy Mail.
Yeah, you're gonna have to open it live on air. And we're going to switch straight over to Zoe now, who's going to open a parcel live on air for an instant haul.
this is the crafting news. Yeah, as I was saying, when I was carer for my mum, I got carer's allowance, and that was my pin money. So that's what I used to use for my crafty stuff. But now, I'm afraid I'm one of these waspy women that gets nothing till I'm 66.
You know, I was saying earlier about Jackie's in the same boat as me. Jackie from Walks in the chat. If you're part of the COVID survey, you get a voucher code that you go on the voucher shop and you can choose up, it's 60 different shops you can choose from. And there's everything on there, Argos and Sainsbury's and Tesco's. And Amazon used to be in that. And I used to obviously cash mine in every month for Amazon. And that was my treat money. Not that I'm, can't afford to buy stuff, but that's what I was, treating myself with. Well,
Your
they
pin
have,
money.
they decided on from the 1st of September, they're not going to, part of the ONS, the Office of National Statistics, is not going to offer Amazon vouchers anymore.
Oh no.
So that's it. That's the end of me. So now I had to buy, Sainsbury's or Tesco's or Marks and Spencer's. Now that just means it will just become food money and go in, with the food.
Yeah.
I even had stuff in my basket in readiness.
Oh dear.
My
No
Happy
more haul
Mail.
videos.
Oh, hang on. Have you ripped it out of the box already? You could have teased us a little bit. You could have slowly peeled the cardboard back.
Da 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 da. Jungle miniatures.
Then food money moves to craft money. The funny thing is, Emma, it's not actually about the money. That's the strange thing, because
Bye, Kay.
bye, Kay.
Okay.
It's not actually about the money. I could afford to buy whatever I liked. It's more to do with the fact that I'm giving me blood and me whatever we're giving, and I want to use that money to treat myself with. Yeah, I'll still treat myself if I want to. It's just a pain in the bum, because it was like free money that I was using to treat myself with. Even my husband, because obviously he gets his own one, said, I'm not sure I want to give me blood every month now. We wanted to spend it on Amazon. I have a feeling that the reason why they're doing it is because the government have been called to try and do something about Amazon's wastage thing, haven't they? So I think that they're basically saying if they make a stand by not, giving Amazon vouchers, that's sort of, I don't know. I have a feeling it's to do with that.
It's not going to stop people ordering from Amazon, I'm afraid. It's just too easy, too much choice.
I think what they're trying to do is make a point because Amazon's wastage sort of thing. I don't know.
I get that, because sometimes you order something in the box it comes in, you think, oh my lord.
Well, there's also when you return something, it just gets, chucked away. It's terrible. I mean, let's be honest, I was watching a woman's YouTube video this morning. This lady who does dumpster diving in America. I think she's in Texas. And she goes to the back of shops in America, stores.
I've watched some of them.
And she went to the back of an Old Navy store. She opened the dumpster and it was they'd literally taken all the clothes out the store, put them in bin bags and thrown them away.
Yeah.
Really?
That's it. And she basically, what she does is she goes and gets all the clothes and then separates them out into, you know, men, females, kids, and she donates them all to charity. She doesn't do it to sell the items or keep the items herself. She does it all to give the stuff to charity.
Yeah, because that's what some of the shops could do, isn't it? They could just give it to charity, but it takes time, I suppose.
But there was pairs of shoes still tied together, you know, like with the string, little kiddies' shoes and all this kind of stuff. And it was like, why would you ever, as an employee, think this is okay, throwing this in the bin? I struggle to understand why the shops are churning out. I don't get it. I mean, I've watched that Netflix program called The True Cost, which is about the clothing issues and all that kind of stuff. But I don't get it. I don't get it. I don't get how anyone can think a shop full of stuff can go in the bin and that's normal.
No.
Bath and Body Works do the same. They chuck whole candles away, and there's a woman on YouTube that goes and retrieves them.
Yeah.
But I don't understand why they do it.
Huh.
Is the consumer demand really that much in America, Debs?
Not that I don't know, because when I was young, working retail, we didn't throw things out. Maybe the warehouse did, but I never saw that happen in the stores I worked in.
Here we send them back to the manufacturer, don't we?
Yeah, then the manufacturer just disposes of them, probably. Yeah, that's what Emma's just said, that she doesn't return things to Amazon. I don't either. Generally, I either give them to someone else or give them to someone else. But when them books turned up for me that was covered in like sticky orange juice, I was like, oh, I kind of feel like I should return them, but I know they're just going to end up in the bin.
Yeah.
And that I don't want. It's hard to explain. I didn't want them printed and just to go in the bin. I wanted them printed, delivered, and me use them, kind of thing. And the Amazon would say, "Oh yeah, we'll send you a new one," and all this kind of stuff. And yeah, but this one's just going to go in the bin. And oh, I'm turning into a right old moany moo, aren't I?
Comes with age.
To return something that you didn't check that was adequately, you know, fit to sell before I ordered it, kind of thing. So
It wasn't.
If you want it back, I'm not going to send me the replacement anyway. Why should I waste my time when you didn't do your job properly?
Well, it was obviously, you know, they send them in them funny foldy up envelopes, and you can always look down them and kind of see what's in them. Obviously, something had got spilt down the envelope when it was on the way, so it's probably left the warehouse just fine. It was probably no problem at all. It was obviously the truck driver was
having a snack.
Yeah, and spilt something down it, and therefore it turned up.
Until it reaches you, though, it's still in the care of Amazon, so it's still bad.
Yeah, I get that, but it's still a waste that I didn't want to cause. That's the thing. Everything is disposed. This is the other thing. Might as well. I'll just do this. Is the last soapbox thing. When I used to go shopping with my mum, we used to go to the shops, and there used to be like a couple of different cheeses, and sometimes there was mince, sometimes there wasn't. So she'd go, "Oh, we'll have sausages for dinner tonight," right? And you bought whatever was available in the shops. Now you go in the supermarket, and there's an entire aisle of cheese. All the different types of cheese under the sun. Cheddar cheese, mild cheese, medium cheese, red Leicester cheese, green Leicester cheese, whatever. Do you really think all those cheeses are going to sell before they reach their expiry date?
No.
They're all going to end up in the bin. So why do we make so much cheese or put so much cheese out on display that's just going to be wasted? Why do people have to have such a wide choice these days? God, I'm right moany today, aren't
I? It doesn't last forever.
Yeah, of course. So why are we milking that many cows to make the cheese that's just going to get thrown away? That whole cycle is what I'm sort of saying about. Can't we say okay, we need this much cheese. Let's buy this much cheese and 2 extra lumps just to be on the safe side. And then it's hard. It's hard. So
we need to go back to the small grocer shops when they used to cut the butter and they used to cut the sugar and and it was all put into paper bags that they tied with a string.
Yeah, and weigh out your sugar.
No,
Emma's saying
cut the sugar.
Oh, the big lumps, the cone of sugar.
The cone of sugar.
Yeah. Emma's saying she doesn't do disposable fashion. I don't either. I literally, if you could see my wardrobe, well, actually, I've shown it on YouTube. It's yeah, I haven't got many clothes, and some of my, I always say some of my clothes are older than my husband. They're not older than my husband. I've had the clothes longer than I've had my husband.
I wear the same over again. I don't do fashion.
I'd rather buy art supplies than clothes.
Exactly.
Yeah. I don't. It's if you haven't watched the True. I mean, I've given you 2 documentary recommendations now off of Netflix. The True Cost, which is the fast fashion one. The social media one, which is called The Social Dilemma. And if you haven't still seen the Bob Ross one, see the Bob Ross one as well. So that's your Netflix viewing for the week, and we'll discuss it next week in next week's Colour and Chat. I want you all to do a 100-word essay and bring it with me.
Oh no, I could never do 100-word essays. Oh.
Yeah. Watching those will give me anxiety, though.
Yeah. To be honest, the True Cost one is very sad.
Yeah, I can't do that. So I failed already, teacher.
Well, you're going to have to go and stand in the corner and put on the pointy hat.
Okay, as long as I have color one there.
You could colour. You could take your crayons. Go and take your crayons and sit in the corner.
Seems strange hearing them called crayons now, because that's all you got was crayons, wasn't it?
Mm.
Crayons for a start, and then it went to pencil crayons when you went to secondary school.
When you were then allowed to use a pen finally to write with.
Oh, no, well, we still had pencils in secondary school.
We had to write with pencils, and then we had them horrible Omeroid. That sounds like something you put up your bum, doesn't it? They were called Omeroid. What were they called? Omeroid handwriting pens.
What, the scratchy fountain pens?
Yes.
When I was in primary 7, the last year of primary school, we used to get dictation every Friday afternoon, and we had to write with one of that scratchy pens that you did the inkwell in the front of the desk that's filled.
Don't we sound old, Zoe?
It probably doesn't know what I'm still talking about.
We are old.
I had a fountain pen when I went to secondary school, and that was all we were allowed to use. Weren't allowed to use by.
That's pretty good for, how old are you? 20, 35, 35?
Yeah, I was in a grammar school.
Yeah.
Huh. We don't do fountain pens in America, at least when I was a kid, or when my son went to school.
Oh. Kids nowadays are just felt pens. Is it?
Yeah.
Sharpie.
The Bic pen or something.
Yeah.
Let me show you the school I went to. I'll find it on my iPad. iPad. You'll see why we used fountain pens.
This is where Zoe shows us that she went to Eton.
Oh no. Go to Eton, I'm afraid. I'm not that posh.
I'm actually an Etonian.
But then was it a fountain pen as in cartridges, or did you actually have to use liquid ink?
Cartridges.
Well, the first fountain pens that came out after the scratchy wooden barreled pens was they had a pin on the side that used to pump, and it had a rubber thing inside that held the ink.
Don't make me get my fountain pen collection out. I've already shown you my bunties.
You've got a fountain pen collection too.
This is why I said I would never show. Someone said you should do all your pen.
Oh my
collection.
goodness!
Oh, that's nice. What was it called, Zoe?
Wow.
Ramsey
Ramsey
Abbey.
Lovely. Was it a private school then?
No, it's a public grammar school, but the gardens were lost until recently. They found that there was a secret garden that I think it was the monks used to grow vegetables and everything in.
Wow.
Cool.
It's
It's
lovely.
right by St Thomas of Becket Church in Ramsey.
Lovely.
Well, that building there looks like the primary school in our next village, Fochabers. It's got a grand building like that. That's a primary school.
I was going to say, I thought Moss. Hang on, I've got to remember what the next bit was. I thought that was hard, but the other word you just said, that I'm not.
I know. I was like, is that a curse word?
Fochabers.
Okay.
Fochhabers. Fochabers.
Right, because that's very similar to Frookie, which is where Bruce's mum and dad come from. Frookie.
Yeah.
So this
Not similar at all. What am I looking at my gel pens for? I'm trying to find my pencils.
This was the front entrance, so you had to walk through the grounds of the abbey to get to the school.
Oh,
Wow. That's nice.
You should be speaking with a very posh voice, Zoe.
Ramsey's not posh.
But the school is. Yeah, my school was very rough as well. If you wore your school uniform properly, you'd get beaten up at the gate and you had to sort of by the other pupils, because obviously they were anti-uniform. So they used to go, "Oi, take your uniform off or we won't let you in." Yeah.
really?
And then when you got
No,
in,
we had to wear uniform.
Oh, so did we. But you had to be anti everyone. Everyone was anti-disestablishment then, wasn't they? In the 70s.
We'd get our ties pulled so they strangled you if you had tied properly.
Yeah. Hang on a second. She just said ties. We didn't wear ties.
We had to wear a blazer.
We did.
We'd get killed. We'd get strangled if we wore ties.
We had to wear a tie right up until 4th year. And then I think 5th and 6th year, or whatever it's called now, you were allowed not to wear a tie unless you're a prefect.
Billy's saying there were toilet police who wouldn't let you in to go to the loo. Oh, God, I'm remembering some horrible flashbacks from school when I read about it. It was absolutely true. There was like, you want to go to the toilet and you walk down to the toilet and there'd be these girls going, no, you can't come in. You've got to go up to the other one on the 4th floor. You know, walk. School was horrible, wasn't it?
Yeah.
Yes.
Zoe goes, no, it was very nice, actually.
Freeing. They used to charge us if we wanted to use the toilet.
What, the big girls?
Yeah, the bullies and the big girls that were like, no, you can't use the toilets unless you pay us.
Oh, goodness me.
Schools are not quite, well, I say that. I mean, I was based at a school for 2.5 years. They are still horrible places. I always thought I wanted to be a teacher. Oh, but it's brilliant to work in a school. That's what I used to say. And then I had to install an entire IT system and team in a school, and I was there for 2.5 years. And it was
an eye-opener.
exactly the word I was looking for. Yeah. And I now know that I'd never want to be a teacher.
It's too hard of a job, for sure.
They have to do so much in so little time and with so little resources.
And with brats that won't cooperate.
Yeah, I was going to say that, but I was trying to think of a really nice way of putting it.
No, brats is fine. I can think
You're
of
not allowed discipline these days either. When I was at school, it was a leather strap.
Well, you're not even allowed to touch a child, as in put your arm on their shoulder or anything.
No.
Anything at all. You're not allowed to. If they want to storm out and throw a chair at you, you have to let them storm out and throw a chair at you. If they want to throw their drink over, you have to let them throw their drink over you. Oh, it's awful.
Sad thing is, the kids know it as well, and they use it to their advantage.
Mm-hmm. That's why I never want to work in a school. Let's talk about happy things. Someone give us a happy topic. We're talking about fast fashion, school, horrible things.
Would someone like to come and do the rest of this painting for me?
I think we should just all watch.
I think you're just doing a grand job, Zoe.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't want to. There's me thinking I'm all flash with pencils this week when usually I'm using big felt pens. And then Zoe has to go and trump us with her one hair brush and paint.
One hairbrush, paintbrush.
Why has that got a big line there? It's like the paper was wet. Maybe I was spitting while I was talking. Let's darken it down a bit.
Goodness sake.
See, I said, you guys went dark. Yes, we have some brats in, I can tell. You guys went dark. Do you mean we went dark as in we all went quiet? Like, as in
Conversation
in protest?
or the topic?
Or
Like in protest. Radio silence. We have to keep the air moon. No dead air, guys. No dead air. Keep talking. Hi, and welcome to Lily's colouring stream. Emma, what are you going to colour tonight? Come and cheer us all up.
Yeah.
Tell us what you're going to colour tonight on your first ever solo live stream that we'll all be watching.
Absolutely.
And you've got to keep up with chat. Chat, rather, not tat. Chat. Topic.
Emma's like, oh my god.
Save us, Emma, save us.
Panic attack. Why? What are you colouring? What are you colouring? What are you colouring? Tell us what you're colouring. We need to know now. We need to know now.
That's why she's not on just now. I forgot she's live tonight.
Yeah.
She'll be panicking.
She's galvanising herself.
Breathe in, breathe out. Breathe in, breathe out. Help, I'm hyperventilating.
She says, circle of life, hummingbird page. Emma says, triggering topics. Yeah.
Yes.
With brute funer squares. What pencils are you all using? I'm using round brute funny.
And through the round window.
I thought you were going to say round pencils.
I am using round pencils.
Yeah.
What pencils are you using, Deb?
I'm using Prismas right now.
Oh, the king.
I'm
of the
on my
pencils.
cheapy works fine liners.
Brute funer. Actually, I was going to get out my brute funer squares.
I'm going to cause controversy here. I don't like the brute funer
Emma, hold
Let me rephrase that. I like them for colouring. I don't like the shape for holding. I don't find it comfortable.
You've redeemed yourself.
I do like them for colouring. I just don't like how they feel in the hand.
Really?
Colouring Bliss did a I don't know if anyone watches Colouring Bliss, a review of the brute funer squares, and she said she didn't like them either. Read the comments. The thing is, she was comparing them, saying they're not as good as Holbeins and they're not as good as Prismacolors. Yeah, well, Holbeins are 400 quid. These are 20 quid.
No.
Well, like I said on Emma's haul last night, well, this morning, some of them I don't even know what they are. I know they're pencils and I know they're grand and all the rest of it, but I don't know what they are. You know.
Well, the thing is, when she said they're not as good as Holbeins, this is my Holbein page. These are my Prisma pages and everything, and it's all well and good. Yeah, they aren't as good, right? But for the money, I could buy 10 packs of brute funer squares for the same price as 1 pack of polychromos. Okay, so they're not going to be as good, but comparatively, you know, some people are never going to spend over £100 on a packet of pencils, not because they're not wonderful, but because they would never spend over £100 on a packet of pencils because they're just colouring in a colouring book.
Mm-hmm.
So you can't compare an £18 packet of pencils with a £400 packet of pencils. No, some people will never spend £400 on pencils. Hello, Kathleen. How are you? Well, this is the thing, Emma. They shouldn't be as good for that money. If you're paying £400, you want something a little bit special, don't you? But this is why in the comment I posted, I put they hold their own for their price bracket. They do for the price they are.
Yes.
They hold their own.
Yeah. Definitely.
And some people, yeah, exactly. Only want to spend £20, $40, whatever it is on pencils, and for that they want to have the best that they can get. And I think that Brute Fooners are in that bracket. Oh my! Joyce is saying she has she has all the top brands and still goes for the square Bruce. What are you doing with my husband? I mean, he is a bit square, to be fair.
Opinions, guys.
Oh, she meant Bruce. Oh, thought she was grabbing hold of my husband. Yes, Zoe. Let's have your opinion. Let's ask whatever you just said.
I'm asking your opinion.
Oh, okay.
This bit of roof here, do you think I should do that red with the stone either side of it, kind of like I've done the window and door?
Don't ask me. I'm rubbish. Ask Emma.
Well, normally the apex and that of the house is. Oh, I'm thinking of ours. Ours is the same colour as the windows, but it's painted. Even though the windows are UPVC, whatever the heck it is.
Emma, answer Zoe's question. You're talented. Oh, controversial. She's saying dark grey.
Dark grey you would do.
So what colour are you going to be doing is it roof tiles?
These, I was going to do those dark.
So you'd be better with something lighter then. As Emma says, maybe a light grey.
Decisions.
She loves her Castle Art pencils, Brute Fooners and Crayola, but she also loves her Holbein, Light Fast and Prismas, but they are budget friendly and in different categories. Exactly. Different categories. Horses for courses, apples and oranges. Can't think of another one of them things.
I can't hear you very well now, Lily. Have you gone away?
Sorry. I moved my microphone. I moved my microphone out the way to slurp my tea, which I then knocked into the camera. You can hear me now. I just said what Helen said is very true, and it's horses for courses and apples and oranges. I have to move the microphone out the way to slurp my tea.
Chocolate biscuits today, Lily?
Yes.
Chocolate.
Lily replies from a bucket under the stairs.
I don't have a stairs. I live in a bungalow.
Oh.
I don't have stairs either. I live in the ground floor flat.
I have stairs. This is competition of stairs. My husband works on the top floor. We have 3 floors, as I've said, so that I win the stair award. And whenever there's a doorbell ring, I think he's never going to come down 3 flights of stairs to go and answer the door. But usually if I shout out, he does.
It's for you, Lily. It's Amazon.
That is generally what happens. I go, who is it? From my bucket. And he shouts out, who do you think it is? It's Amazon. No, I haven't bought anything from Amazon this week.
Well, I succumbed.
Did you? What did you buy?
I bought the Arteza pencils.
Oh, what, when they were really cheap?
Yeah.
Yeah.
That was a
I
good
bought a set
price.
for my mum. Does that count? I bought a set for my mum for Christmas. They were cheap though, weren't they?
They didn't have that price here in the US. Only in the UK.
They were £28 for the 120 set, weren't they, Audrey?
Yep.
Yeah, that's a very good price. I was tempted to buy a second set, but I was good.
Well, I've said that they'll do my birthday, but I can't have any more pencils. I'm not going to use what I've got. I know that for a fact. I'm not going to use what I've got.
Billy asked, do you sing a song on the stairs? I'm a baby elephant running down the stairs. I have a song for everything. I sing...
There's a mouse there. Where on the stairs?
Where on the stairs? Right there. A little mouse with claws. Somewhere
I declare. Go
in tippity clop on the stairs.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, dear. Audrey, we are the same person.
I love that song.
Yeah.
Same as how David Bowie, The Laughing Gnome. I loved that as well.
Oh, I don't think I know that one. Well, I might do. Or if you started singing it. If you started singing it. As soon as you've said that, then I do know it. I'm not going to sing it, though.
I'm the Laughing Gnome, and I can't remember the words. Remember the Streak as well?
Yep.
Oh, yeah, they call him the Streak.
When you just said that, though, it reminded me of this one. Hang on. Maureen got a new fountain pen. She's got the Kaveco Sport. I have the Kaveco Sport as well. I have a clear one and a mint-coloured one. Just thought I'd say that.
What?
It's a fountain pen.
Okay.
She's a fountain penner. It reminded me of we had joy, we had fun,
my God.
Because you said streak, we used to sing we had nudists in the sun, but
well, there's a Brighton Beach, isn't it? The nudist beach in Brighton.
Oh,
wasn't it
yeah.
The first one? Wasn't it the first one in the UK?
Oh dear, oh dear, oh dear. You don't want to go there on a summer's day. Put you off your dinner.
Speaking of dinner, I better watch my time. I used to like all the novelty songs. The Who and Boris the Spider. Nah, don't know that one.
You have to sing them for us, Liz. Come live and sing them for us.
Listen with mother. Not watch with mother, listen with mother.
Don't make me show you my fountain pen collection. We're not going there.
No, my fountain pen's only a Platinum, I'm afraid.
That's an old school brand as well, isn't it?
Yep. I had to get 2 fountain pens, one with red-black ink. No, one with blue-black ink and one with red ink for the second job I had for writing in big, huge ledgers, and one of them was started in the 1800s.
Mm-hmm.
Wow.
Because I used to work in a distillery that still had hand-written records for all the casks that were in the warehouse. So when they were transferred, we were only allowed to write in the ledgers and fountain pen.
Liz has politely declined to join us and sing.
They've opened Pandora's box, Lily. They're asking to see your pens.
Who? Yes, we want. No, there's only. Oh, there is 2 people asking. I can't show you the entire desk full because we'd be here all day. But
sorry, Region Digger Dooley's a lot.
Yeah. The first time I went there was a man, because Brighton Beach is stony as well, so it's got stones on it, so it's not doesn't look very comfortable to be naked on it. And there was a man doing these exercises where he was laying flat down and sort of and rolling, and his didgeridoo kept getting caught in the stones. That's all I'm gonna say.
He must have been massaging his bits.
Oh, he must. I think he was enjoying it more than he should have been. 1 second, I'm going to go and get a pen.
Oh dear.
I need to watch that video of Lily going round all her cupboards. Oh, what now? Oh. Right, I need to take this.
What happened to Audrey? Did she take that opportunity to run?
The phone rang.
Telephone
did it?
call.
And this time she decided she had to answer it. Let's refocus. Now I know how to do it. Refocus on my very dusty box. I'm just making sure I can't say. I'm going to make myself big, not because I'm being all, egotistical, but because I look at the dust. I just want to see if the focus is in focus. There it is. Lovely. Now I shall unexit myself. Do I see watermelon pens in there? You do. You do. My little hook doesn't stay up anymore. Stuck. This that's the silver layer, and this is the black layer. So we have a Waterman. Can't remember what it's called. And a Waterman Careen. I remember the Waterman Careen. Look at it. Look at it. Look at it. Beautiful. And what is this one? It's been a while. That's another Waterman. These are nearly all Watermans. Oh, this is one of my favourites. This is the one of them. So it's a clicky pen, but it is a fountain pen.
Clicky fountain pen? Never heard of that.
Can't remember what it's called. It's been a while since I played with my fountain pens. There used to be. This is a. This is just a Parker, but it's a fancy Parker. I've sold a lot of my pens. Full set syndrome. My word, this is not the full set at all. The most expensive pen I had, I sold, which was a Pelican something or other, and I sold it for £800. None of these are worth that kind of money.
No Mont Blancs?
I did have, but I sold that as well. That's a little Schaefer Mini, which I used to really like. This is an antique Parker 17. It was made the same year as I was born. My husband bought it for my 50th birthday.
Oh.
So it's a vintage Parker 17 from 1967. I've always loved the lives as you're always fabulous. Thank you for a lovely afternoon. Got to go out now. Hope to see you in my live later. Hee hee. See you later, Emma. Thank you very much for joining us.
Looking forward to your live, Emma.
This is a Parker Duofold. This is a really nice pen. The Chatoyance there. It's a beautiful pen.
Pretty.
It's very nice. One of my favourites. Oh, it's got ink on it still, but I'm sure they're all washed out, cleaned out. Then I have a set. These are one of these is not. One of these is a what is it? Oh, one's a fountain pen. Look at this beautiful fountain pen. Isn't that beautiful? Yes, it's beautiful. Look at it. Beautiful. And then
I have a Jane Davenport one.
This is either a propelling pencil or a pen. Propelling pen. It's just a matching set. It came with a matching set. They are by Cross. I think my husband bought me those.
A propelling pen? What is that?
Propelling pencil.
Oh, a mechanical pencil?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Then
I need a translation for you guys.
this is a Pilot Crystal. cheapo one. These are handmade by a guy in Worcestershire. They're lovely pens.
Mm.
Another, I think that's another Parker. I think it's my original Parker. Another Parker.
Pretty.
Another Parker.
Parker that they brought out for breast cancer awareness.
Lamy 2000, and I will use this one for work so often. This was my work pen of choice. This is look, I'll do a video, right? I'll do a
Yeah,
video
please. That'd be
where
good.
you'll see my writing desk, which is out in the hallway. And then this is can't remember, Lamy something or other. But this sits on the desk in there, and the desk in there has out there, and the desk out there has even more. Audrey's back. Welcome back, Audrey. Oh no, I've got
Sorry about that.
I've got to move you back around. I can't have you all in different positions. That will
Hi,
confuse
Renee.
me. There we go. Hello, Terry Lynn. How are you? Hello, Della. How are you? Oh, why does it say message held for review? What did she say? Look, what did you say, Maureen? That got held.
Huh?
Hello, Renee.
Hi, Renee.
Now you've put me off my stride. I can't remember what bit I was going to colour next. Oh, I was doing that horrible leaf up there.
I'm the same. I've done a different colour now.
Yeah, that's exactly what I've just done. I don't know what green I was using, and I've done a really weird bit on that leaf. Must have been that one.
That was, I can say, that was the care home with Mum's shopping list for next week.
Oh.
I haven't seen my mum since January last year.
Oh my word! So what do you do? Just buy stuff and drop it off?
That's all I can do. I've got to still wear my mask and gloves and hand over a carrier bag. Leave it at ring the bell, leave it at the door.
Oh, that's sad.
Oh, Billy said to you, don't worry, it wasn't. I said I'm going to do a video on the fountain pens, Billy, because that is just the case that sits on top of the desk that danced with the man who danced with the Prince of Wales. I am aware that I talk nonsense sometimes, and consequently, anyone who watches closed caption probably thinks, what's it got to do with the Prince of Wales?
I know what you mean.
Oh, I keep having to sharpen this green today. Sorry, clunk, clunk.
Have you got the square brutes as well, Lily?
I have. But this is going to sound pathetic. I haven't swatched them yet.
Okay. I was just wondering what sharpener you used.
I don't know.
Will you use for them?
I use this one for mine.
Is that the
Dahl
Dali?
133?
Yeah, the Dahl 133.
Yeah, that works.
Okay. And how many times do you turn the handle then, Zoe?
4 or 5.
Okay. Because I've been using it till it stops, and a lot of them have gone. They're about halfway down already.
Oh, really?
Stops. You just keep you just do like 4 or 5 turns and check
Okay.
it.
I shall do that the next time I use them then. I only have the 72.
Last week, the Brute Fooners went up to £35, and I thought, wow, the Brute Fooner squares, that's really expensive for the Brute. But they had a 50% off voucher, so there was actually £17.99.
Yeah.
Oh, no.
Mm-hmm.
What,
How much did you...
72?
No, the 120.
The 120 were cheaper than...
That was last week.
Last week, yeah.
Because I literally thought about buying another set, and I was like, no, you can't buy another set. Can't buy another set. You've got to swatch the first ones. We've got art club tomorrow. My mum and my brother are coming round.
Oh, how
Oh,
fun.
nice.
Will be fun.
Again,
So-
watercolor?
I don't know. It depends what they fancy doing, probably, to be honest. Because I let my mum choose. She wants to bring her paints that I bought with her to use her own paints, which I thought was really sweet.
Oh, that's sweet.
But it's a bit tempered with that charity that I said I do work for. It's a former orphanage, and it was an orphanage where my mum went. My mum and her brother went when they were children, and that's the reason why I do the charity work. But I want to step down from doing it, and I want to tell my mum first, and I'm hoping that she won't be too upset by it.
Right.
Oh my, stressful.
I mean, she basically put my name forward for it 11 years ago because there was a really old committee and they all wanted to step down. And my mum said, "Oh, my daughter will do it. My mum will work. She'll work on the committee." And so I said, "Yeah, I'll do it." And then I've done it for 10 years, and the actual charity themselves are lovely.
Yeah.
It is the cantankerous old people
Yeah.
who don't appreciate what you do, and it's just, I'm starting to begrudge the life energy that I give to it, and I don't want to feel like that about it. So
Yeah.
I've done it for 10 years, and I think that's probably enough. I want to start using the time that I'm not working on my own stuff rather than stuff that you feel obligated to do.
Yeah.
I think that looks okay.
Oh,
Looks
Zoe.
lovely.
So Zoe goes, "I think that looks okay."
Goodness gracious.
I've got to find out how to get rid of that comment now. Look, I clicked on it somewhere and I can't remember which one I clicked on, and I got to find it to unclick it. Right. Hi Audrey says, "Hi Audrey, let's find it." Can't find it, but if I click that one and then hide that one, yes. Move your arms though. Look at it. Look at it. Look at it.
So you're going to do the whole thing in paint, or are you going to put pencil on top?
Probably just paint this one.
That's really, really good.
And I have this page to do as well.
That's what paint are you using, Zoe?
I am using, when I used to au pair in France, I bought this set, HBO. You can get them on Amazon.
They do them in Hobbycraft as well, I think.
But I absolutely love them.
Oh, Deb says, where's Deb gone? Me, Audrey. Yeah, where's Deb gone?
Where's Deb gone?
Oh, her phone battery died. My phone battery died.
All right, okay.
Yeah, they're the colours in it.
That's a nice little set, though.
Mhm. Yeah.
I heard Emma saying last night how she's gone down the watercolouring rabbit hole.
I love watercolouring in my books. Oh, love it.
Yeah.
Is the Rita Berman paper good for watercolours?
If I take this off, and I have gessoed it.
Oh, okay.
This morning it was like this.
What? Oh, curly, you mean?
Yeah.
Yeah.
But I'll just put something heavy on it when I'm done.
That's why you said last week you wished more colouring books were made with watercolour paper. Because you like watercolouring in colouring books. I'm assuming you have all the Kirsty Rice ones.
No, because I don't really like that
The
style.
images. Yeah, I get ya.
Yeah.
Yeah, they're a bit sketchy, aren't they?
I show you my drum and banger, whatever you call it.
I don't know what a drum and banger is, but one of those.
That was mostly watercolour, but some pencil.
Oh, look at that. Let's make you big, Zoe. Let's make you big.
Goodness.
That's fantastic, Zoe.
That's amazing.
But yeah.
Look at it. That is a beautiful colouring book. I've never really looked at that colouring book before. That's beautiful.
think that's the only one I've done.
Oh,
in
they're
this
really big, complex pages, though, aren't they?
And then we have Booker's Boss, where I did this one.
Oh,
Goodness gracious.
right. Unfortunately, Zoe can no longer join the stream.
Here's me with my works flimmin' fine liners.
I did a mandala with felt pens. It's about the process. It's not about the whatever.
As long as the main.
Keep
long as you
quoting it, Lily. Keep quoting it.
I will. To be honest, I'm just here for the chat.
For the
To find
banter.
Yeah. To find someone else who, I can say to my husband, "Oh, I bought these pens. They're really nice." And he'll go, "Oh, yeah, I'm not interested." I mean, he loves me, and he'll support me and buy me stuff, but he's not interested in me going, "Yeah, look at this pencil compared to this pencil." He's like, "Yeah, whatever."
The pencil.
Yeah.
At
the moment, you don't need
my
more
husband
coloring
knows
books.
how many I've got at the minute.
So yesterday I set up a channel for my fiance because he's gonna start live streaming and doing videos. So
how's his back doing? Because he's got bad back, hasn't he?
yeah, he's been signed off work for another 3 weeks.
Oh, sorry, I'm all out of focus because my pencil was up in the air. And is it getting better or?
Nope.
Oh.
Nope, definitely not.
Is it just the pain in his back, or does it go down his leg as well? Because I know it's sciatica, isn't it?
It goes in his leg, in his knees, between his shoulder blades.
Oh, blimey.
He's got it pretty bad, bless him.
And are they going to do anything?
They said if it goes past 6 weeks, they're going to bump him up the list for referral to spine clinic to have a look at what's going on. So, and it's been 6 weeks now, so.
I think it's all our husbands, Renee. You got to have over 1 million subs to do live stream. I don't think it's 1 million, is it? What is it? I don't know.
No, you don't. You can live stream anytime if you use an external streaming thing. So I use Live Now. But to be able to stream directly from YouTube, you need 1,000 subscribers.
Which is very close to 1 million, to be honest. It's not far off.
I'm looking forward to when I can stream directly from YouTube. Instead of
I don't think it's any easier though, is it really?
Well, I don't have to set everything up on the external streaming device and make sure it's all connected and.
Thank you, Deb. It's just.
I wasn't looking. Hold it up, Audrey. Hold it up, Olds.
I did.
Oh yeah, I weren't looking though. I had my head down. Let me make you big.
Wait a minute, I'll get the right way.
Look at it. It's lovely.
Oh, pretty.
I like fine liners. I like the vivid. Are they which ones are they? The triplets or the other ones?
No, it's just the Works Scribblicious.
Oh, real cheapo ones.
Real cheapo ones. And even cheaper because it was bought with my Christmas voucher. So it didn't cost me anything. I'll give you the laugh about the lady at the counter. As I said, my birthday's 2 days after Christmas, so my son and daughter-in-law gave me a voucher for each. So I had about £100 to spend.
Wow.
I went up to the counter and I didn't spend it all at once, but when I did spend the first lot of it, I went up to the counter and she was checking it through, and I was putting it in my bag. And I handed over the voucher and she says, "Oh, there's quite a lot in this, isn't it?" She said, "I'm not used to £10, £5.
That's a good idea. I didn't know the range did gift vouchers.
Yes, but you can't use them online.
Oh.
Which is a pain in the posterior because we only have a small rate Works compared to your one. Green-eyed monster, but never mind. So they don't hold a lot of stock. So I did an order online and got it delivered to the store for free. I went in with my voucher. Oh, you can't pay. You know, you can't pay. No, tried to pay with my voucher, couldn't. So left it in the bag. Went back to the shop, told them I tried to pay online with the voucher. No, you can't do it. You know what I had to do? Go to the shop, pick up my order, say I didn't want it. They had to reimburse me with it, and then I could use the voucher in the shop to pay.
Because they basically put it in stock on the shop, and you bought it from the shop.
Yeah.
Oh my word! What a palaver!
It was, and I must admit, I got a really, really nice person behind the till. I thought she, you know, sorry, Zoe, some of the younger ones are a bit snitty, but she was
Poor old Zoe. She's like the.
some of the younger ones wouldn't. I'm sorry, but they don't have the right attitude for helping customers.
Yeah.
But anyway, this lady was really, really nice, and she apologised profusely and said that it's only recently that they've been able to use their staff discount card online. So she doesn't know if they will do gift vouchers online.
Blimey.
Which is a bit of a pain, as I said, because our store is small. They have limited stock. So if you shop online, granted, you get more choice, but you can't pay for it with vouchers online.
Oof, maybe I won't ask for
I
gift vouchers.
apologise to people. I'm one of the old-fashioned ones that, you know, if someone needs help, I can give them all the time in the world.
I get that impression from you, Zoe. You come across as a really nice young person. You're one of the nice
old
young
head
ones.
on young shoulders.
Yeah.
Thank you. Just brought up.
Brought up proper.
Now, I will say, ladies, it's 12 minutes past 4, which I cannot believe. The 2 hours that I know it goes so quickly. So I am just going to finish this pink flower that I'm doing now. And then we should probably say our goodbyes and all get ready for Emma tonight.
Yeah, I know. 7 o'clock, isn't it?
Yeah. The problem is we have dinner at 7, so I won't be there for the beginning of it, which I kind of want to be. Bye, Deb. Lovely. Thank you so much for joining us. You're so brave. I'm so pleased you joined us.
Thank you, Deb. See you next time.
Again. Yeah, I think I want to be there for her in the beginning, but I also know that my husband's stomach will overrule.
Oh, well, my husband's stomach rules as well, and I'm going to wait to start tea now. We don't eat late.
Well, I usually start dinner at 6, and then we have it about 6:30, sort of 6:45. We're eating or just finished eating at 7. So.
Oh no, as I say, I'm going to wait to start it now, and we'll be finished by 6 because the dishwasher will be on. The dishwasher will be on and everything by then.
You'll be well lined up and ready for Emma's stream. Well, Audrey, thank you very much for coming. Lovely.
Thanks for organising again, Lily. See you next week.
Yeah, definitely. See you next week.
Okay. Bye.
Take care. Bye.
Audrey.
Bye, Zoe.
Bye.
Oh, it's so nice to be able to talk to people and actually really talk to people in colour, rather than doing colour in chat where you're talking to yourself. Oh, it's just me now. Then everyone else is gone. Bye then. Bye, Zoe. I did say I was just going to finish this flower, but off Zoe goes. I am just going to finish this flower. I will say, because Zoe's probably still listening, thank you for joining us as well, Zoe. It was lovely to see your fantastic works of art. There's me thinking I was being all skilled this week doing colouring with pencils. And then Zoe shows us the good stuff. I am sorry. No, I said I was just going to finish this flower, but Audrey said she was going to go to do her dinner just early. But I'm nearly done anyway, so don't worry, don't panic. It was lovely having you join us and showing us your poor little Mr. B is waiting for you. Probably. He does come up and tap his watch, stands behind. Lucky I don't have the camera on because you'd see him standing behind me tapping his watch with his stomach rumbling. Right, let me just finish this flower and I'll say goodbye. Can't leave one flower not done. That's it. That will do for now. That is where I have got. Look, I actually used pencils. I used pencils, people of the internet. It is something that happens. So it has been lovely chatting to you all. and thank you very much for coming. And don't forget Emma Colours tonight, 7 p.m. UKM time. What's UKM time? UK time. Take care, everyone, and see you all next week. Thanks. Bye. Keep waving until I've pressed the button. Keep waving until I've pressed the button. Keep waving. Keep